Shelley Winters, born Shirley Shrift in 1920, left an indelible mark on cinema with her unforgettable performances. From her humble beginnings in Brooklyn to her rise as a Hollywood icon, Winters captivated audiences with her versatility and depth. Whether as the tragic Alice Tripp in A Place in the Sun, or the poignant Mrs. Van Daan in The Diary of Anne Frank, her roles resonated deeply. Off-screen, she was a trailblazer, unafraid to challenge norms, as seen in her legendary confrontation with Oliver Reed on The Tonight Show. Her legacy endures, a testament to her talent and spirit. Shelley Winters, born Shirley Shrift on August 18, 1920, in East St. Louis, Illinois, began her journey in a world far removed from the glitz of Hollywood. Her parents, Rose Winter and Jonas Shrift, were Austrian Jewish immigrants, and their modest means shaped her early years. When Shelley was still young, the family relocated to Brooklyn, seeking steadier work for Jonas, a tailor's cutter in the bustling garment industry. It was in these humble surroundings that Shelley's resilience and spirit were forged. From the tenements of Brooklyn to the bright lights of Tinseltown, her path was anything but ordinary. In the early days of her career, Shelley shared a modest apartment with none other than Marilyn Monroe, a friendship that would leave an indelible mark on both women. Shelley, already honing her craft, taught Marilyn the subtle art of acting pretty, a technique that involved tilting her head back, lowering her eyes, and parting her lips just so. These were the days of dreaming big, of late-night conversations filled with hope and ambition. Shelley's breakthrough came with A Place in the Sun, 1951, a role she would later describe as her finest work. But it was her portrayal in The Diary of Anne Frank, 1959, that earned her an Academy Award, a testament to her extraordinary talent. In a gesture as profound as her performance, Shelley donated her Oscar to the Anne Frank Museum, ensuring the memory of Anne's story would endure. Shelley's rise to stardom was not without its challenges, but her unwavering determination and raw talent paved the way for a legacy that would captivate audiences for generations. Show early photo of subject cut to film clip of A Place in the Sun display newspaper headline announcing her Oscar win. Shelley Winters, the indomitable force of nature, left an indelible mark on cinema with her unforgettable performances. Her journey to Oscar glory began with a raw, unfiltered talent that transformed her humble beginnings into a legacy of cinematic excellence. In 1951, Winters delivered what she herself considered her best work in A Place in the Sun, a performance that showcased her ability to embody complex, deeply human characters. This role set the stage for her first Academy Award win in 1960, for The Diary of Anne Frank, where she portrayed Mrs. Van Daan with a depth and sensitivity that resonated with audiences worldwide. So, moved was she by the role that she later donated her Oscar to the Anne Frank Museum, a testament to her profound connection to the character and the story. Her second Oscar came in 1966 for A Patch of Blue, where she played Rose Ann D'Arcy, a role that demanded both toughness and vulnerability. Winters' ability to navigate the emotional extremes of her characters cemented her status as one of Hollywood's most versatile actresses. Beyond her Academy Award wins, Winters' career was a tapestry of memorable performances. From her early days as a struggling actress, when she was roommates with Marilyn Monroe, whom she famously taught how to act pretty, to her later roles that showcased her range and tenacity, Winters was a force to be reckoned with. Her personal life was as dramatic as her on-screen roles, from her tumultuous marriage to Anthony Franciosa, which ended in scandal, to her unapologetic stance on issues of gender equality, famously demonstrated in her 1975 appearance on The Tonight Show, starring Johnny Carson. When Oliver Reed's chauvinistic remarks grew tiresome, Winters made a statement that echoed far beyond the studio, dumping a glass of whiskey over his head and asserting her voice in a male-dominated industry. Shelley Winters was more than an actress. She was a trailblazer, a woman who refused to be silenced both on and off the screen. Her Oscars were not just awards, but symbols of her unwavering dedication to her craft. From A Place in the Sun to The Diary of Anne Frank and A Patch of Blue, Winters' performances were a masterclass in emotional truth. Her legacy endures, a shining reminder of the power of authenticity and the enduring impact of a life lived boldly. Shelley Winters' personal life was as vibrant and tumultuous as the characters she brought to the screen. Born Shirley Shrift in East St. Louis, Illinois, on August 18, 1920, she carried the grit of her humble beginnings into every aspect of her life. Her journey from Brooklyn to Hollywood was marked by passion, resilience, and an unapologetic authenticity that made her both beloved and controversial. In the early days of her career, Winters shared a modest apartment with none other than Marilyn Monroe. It was a time of dreams and determination, and Winters even taught Monroe how to act pretty, a lesson in charm that involved tilting her head back, lowering her eyes, and slightly parting her lips. This bond between the two rising stars would endure, a testament to Winters' generosity and spirit. Her romantic life, however, was a roller coaster of highs and lows. Her marriage to Anthony Franciosa ended in scandal when he had an affair with Lauren Bacall. The confrontation between Winters and Bacall became the stuff of Hollywood legend. When Bacall called Winters to complain about Franciosa's tardiness, Winters retorted, "You're complaining to me because my husband is late for a date with you." Bacall's response, "If your husband doesn't respect your marriage, why should I?" only underscored the drama of their tangled lives. Winters gave birth to her only child, Vittoria Gassman, on February 14, 1953, with her second ex-husband, Vittorio Gassman. Despite the challenges of her personal life, she remained a devoted mother and a fierce protector of her daughter's privacy. Winters' bold personality often spilled into public view, as it did on the September 26, 1975, episode of The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. Growing weary of Oliver Reed's chauvinistic remarks, she confronted him, then dramatically returned to dump a glass of whiskey over his head, leaving Carson stunned and the audience in awe. Her life was a tapestry of contradictions, a woman who could be both tender and fierce, vulnerable and unyielding. She donated her Oscar for The Diary of Anne Frank, 1959, to the Anne Frank Museum, a gesture that reflected her deep empathy and commitment to preserving history. In her final hours, Winters was surrounded by love. Her goddaughter, Sally Kirkland, an ordained minister, conducted her wedding to Jerry DeFord just 10 hours before her passing. It was a poignant end to a life lived on her own terms, a life that mirrored the intensity and beauty of her most unforgettable roles. In the vibrant tapestry of Hollywood's golden era, few figures shine as brightly as Shelley Winters. Born Shirley Shrift in East St. Louis, Illinois, on August 18, 1920, she emerged from humble beginnings, her early life a testament to resilience and determination. Winters' journey was marked by an undeniable passion for performance, which blossomed when her family moved to Brooklyn, allowing her to become immersed in the colorful world of theater and film. A true pioneer, she not only paved her way, but also played a pivotal role in shaping the careers of others. In a fascinating twist of fate, she found herself sharing an apartment with none other than Marilyn Monroe in their early Hollywood days. Winters, ever the mentor, taught Monroe how to act pretty, a lesson in allure that would resonate throughout Monroe's storied career. "Tilt your head back, keep your eyes lowered, and let your mouth part just so," she advised, unknowingly crafting a timeless image that would captivate audiences for generations. Winters' talents extended beyond the silver screen. Her powerful performance in A Place in the Sun, 1951, remained her personal favorite, a magnetic portrayal that showcased her depth and complexity as an actress. Yet, amidst the accolades and applause, Winters navigated the tumultuous waters of love and heartbreak. Her marriage to Anthony Franciosa unraveled amidst scandal, notably when Bacall, the legendary actress herself, confronted Winters about her husband's infidelity. The exchange, laced with tension and irony, encapsulated the struggles Winters faced in her personal life. But even in moments of despair, she collected her triumphs, including the heartfelt decision to donate her Oscar for The Diary of Anne Frank, 1959, to the Anne Frank Museum, a gesture of compassion that underscored her character. Winters' legacy continued through the generations, as she became the godmother to acclaimed actresses Laura Dern and Sally Kirkland. In a poignant twist of fate, it was Kirkland who officiated Winters' wedding to Jerry DeFord just hours before she passed away in January 2006. Winters lived her life with fervor, embodying the fierce spirit of a woman who dared to defy societal norms. Her story is one of courage, artistry, and unwavering strength, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire. As we reflect on her remarkable journey, we remember Shelley Winters not just as an actress, but as a trailblazer who navigated the complexities of fame and love with grace and authenticity. As the curtain began to close on the golden era of Hollywood, Shelley Winters, the fiery spirit who once lit up the silver screen, began her gradual retreat from the public eye. By the mid-1970s, her appearances became less frequent, her once booming voice now a whisper in the annals of cinema history. One of the most memorable moments of this era came on September 26, 1975, during her appearance on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. Growing weary of Oliver Reed's chauvinistic remarks, Winters delivered a sharp rebuke before dramatically dumping a glass of whiskey over his head, a bold statement that echoed her unyielding spirit. Yet this fiery display also marked a turning point, as if she were asserting her independence one last time before stepping away from the spotlight. Her personal life, always as vibrant and tumultuous as her on-screen roles, had taken its toll. The scandals, the marriages, the heartaches, all had left their mark. Her friendship with Marilyn Monroe, her roommate in the early days of Hollywood, had long since faded into memory. Winters had taught Monroe how to act pretty, a lesson that would define Monroe's iconic image. But such moments now felt like relics of a bygone era. By the late 1970s, Winters' focus shifted to her family, particularly her daughter, Vittoria Gassman, born on February 14, 1953, during her marriage to Vittorio Gassman. The woman who once dominated the screen with her raw talent and unapologetic presence now sought solace in quieter moments, away from the glare of the cameras. Her legacy, however, remained untarnished. She donated her Oscar for The Diary of Anne Frank, 1959, to the Anne Frank Museum, a gesture that spoke volumes about her compassion and humility. As the years passed, Shelley Winters' name became synonymous with a bygone era of Hollywood, her absence from the spotlight a poignant reminder of the fleeting nature of fame. Yet, in her retreat, she left behind a treasure trove of unforgettable performances, a testament to a life lived boldly and authentically. In the heart of Hollywood's golden age, there was a star who transcended the silver screen, Shelley Winters, born Shirley Shrift on August 18, 1920, in East St. Louis, Illinois. She emerged from modest beginnings, her roots deeply entwined with the fabric of American cinema. Winters embodied resilience and talent, captivating audiences with her remarkable performances. Who could forget her unforgettable role in A Place in the Sun, 1951, which she regarded as her finest work? That film showcased not just her acting prowess, but also her ability to bring complex characters to life. In the glamorous yet gritty world of Hollywood, Winters shared an apartment with a young Marilyn Monroe, offering guidance and friendship to the rising star. She taught Monroe how to embrace her beauty, sharing secrets of the trade that would help define an era. Winters was not just a talented actress, she was a force of nature. One memorable moment came during the September 26, 1975 episode of The Tonight Show, starring Johnny Carson, when she boldly confronted Oliver Reed, pouring a drink over his head in a dramatic stand against his disrespect towards women. This incident encapsulated her spirit, unapologetically fierce and unafraid to speak her mind. Winter's compassion extended beyond the screen. She famously donated her Oscar for The Diary of Anne Frank, 1959, to the Anne Frank Museum, further solidifying her legacy as a humanitarian. Her private life was equally colorful, marked by passionate relationships and candid exchanges, including a notorious phone call from Lauren Bacall about Winter's then-husband, Anthony Franciosa. Their tumultuous marriage, reflective of the complexities of love, ended in heartbreak. Yet Winters continued to shine both on-screen and off. As the godmother to acclaimed actresses Laura Dern and Sally Kirkland, she nurtured the next generation, leaving an indelible mark on Hollywood's legacy. Winters gave birth to her only child, a daughter named Victoria Gassman, on Valentine's Day in 1953, adding depth to her life narrative. Even in her later years, she continued to inspire, marrying Jerry DeFord just hours before her passing in 2006. Shelley Winters remains an enduring symbol of strength, talent, and passion, a beloved legend whose light will never dim.